Good afternoon, it's Wednesday the 1st of July, the first day of the 2015-16 crop year. My name is Brenda Mullan, I'm an acting senior analyst with AHDB cereals and oilseeds. And today I'm going to take you through a couple of moments of the oilseed market updates. So the last couple of weeks have been quite interesting in terms of the trends with rapeseed and soybean price relationships. Rapeseed prices have really found their own support, and this has been through a combination of factors. Not only has the tightness of the old crop European supply situation been a factor, but also weather impacts throughout the world. In the EU, continued warm and dry conditions have led to the EU commissioning suggesting that yield losses could be inevitable without further rainfall. In Canada, the yields of the canola crop have been threatened because of particularly cold weather and freezing temperatures at the beginning of June that threatened yields. And this has caused a migration in the trends that we usually see for rapeseed and soybeans, with rapeseed prices rising and soybeans continuing to fall. That was until the last couple of weeks, when concerns began to be raised about the US soybean crop. Excessive wet weather that came through the remnants of a tropical depression meant that farmers couldn't finish some of their soybean planting just as the window was about to close. The support that soybean prices have received has helped to further elevate rapeseed prices, and yesterday we saw the November 15 contract for Paris rapeseed futures closing above €400 a tonne for the first time since September 2013. And this equates to €25 a tonne more than we saw at the beginning of June. So this leads us to ask the question, how high can the rapeseed premium go? And we've tracked the premiums of rapeseed against the products, against soybean prices and products. And we can see that while the rapeseed premium has been rising, it's nowhere near the levels that we saw in previous years. So further divergences in the prices means that the premium could widen further. Looking ahead into the forecasts for 2015-16, we are expecting lower global output for both soybeans and rapeseed. While this is expected to only be marginal for soybeans, for rapeseeds it could be up to 4.5 to 5.5% lower year on year. It has to be remembered, however, that these are against a baseline of really high production and considerable stocks being carried over into 15-16, which I'll touch on in a moment. In the UK, the rapeseed crop is looking to be in generally good condition. According to AHDB's arable crop report for June, they have suggested that growth stages are in line with previous years and pest and disease levels are low. Keep an eye on the AHDB cereals and oilseeds markets website next week for the release of the results of the planting and variety survey, which will give an indication as to the size of the grain and oilseed crop areas for the 2015 harvest. As well as supply and demand fundamentals and weather impacts, currency has been a key factor that can influence prices going forward. We've now entered a new cycle in terms of the euro exchange rate, and that's as an impact of the great debt crisis. The euro has now returned to come down to the lowest levels so far this year. While this has supported euro-based prices, it has had the impact of softening UK price rises, but could amplify UK price reductions, and is something to keep an eye on going forward. So in summary, we've seen rapeseed prices gaining their own strength independent of soybeans, but also having been elevated in the last couple of weeks because of the soybean concerns that have arisen. These concerns are set against high areas and considerable stock going forward into 2015-16, which is an impact of really adding to the bearish feel of the markets. Remember to keep an eye on how currency can impact prices. We've been lucky so far that the price rises have coincided with currency changes, but if the price trends change and prices fall, these could be amplified further. Keep up to date through the AHDB cereals and Oilseeds market website, and keep an eye on the daily market movements through the Grain Market Daily. Thank you.